I hit the wrong button. I took you guys to face cam. Like, we have no need to go to face cam. The face cam isn't even hooked up. Listen, that my camera's on. Let's adjust that just a little bit. Fixing the camera here. Hello, good morning. Actually, it's, I guess, afternoon now. The camera is just a little bit off, so I'm trying to get it back to square. Easier if I zoom out just a little bit. There we go. I can see my lines. Not much is up right now. I've got the tornado. I've got the hurricane coverage on. There we go. That looks pretty square. Good enough. There we go. We got Sally here today. So, doing pretty good. Yeah, the hurricane coverage, they just had a tornado warning go for Florida. First one. So, kind of an interesting thing. Ryan Hall is just doing some pre-coverage. So, but yeah, gonna be doing Sally today. Let's focus here. I got distracted by the camera. Finished Jack right here with his fun little glow in the dark. The moon glows, the ghoulies glow. So that's a lot of fun there. Did that with the neon pencils with this. I have been working on Oogie Boogie off camera. I've got a little more toning to do. He's a little too pale, so I'll be adding some color to him, and then he will be done. Sally is going to be on stream, and then I'll be working on Lock, Shock, and Barrel off camera. Trying to get all these done. It's a lot to get finished. So I got 2 days, roughly. I've got 2 days planned for Sally, 2 days to get all the others done. So hopefully I'll be on schedule. But I think they're all turning out pretty well. So let's get into colors. This is gonna mess with my camera like a ton. But I pulled up Sally here. And I started looking at some of my colors on my swatch sheet. And I'm gonna pull slate gray. I pulled colors for the, it's kind of funny the colors I pulled for my, where are you? I know what blue also I want. I need light cerulean. Did I already pull light cerulean? That would be hilarious. Nope, I got Mediterranean. Where are you, light cerulean? I'm not seeing you. There you are. Okay, light cerulean. We're gonna need for her skin tone. Then this is turned the wrong way. There we go. Also gonna need muted turquoise. That's kind of the strange one in the list. It's only noon here. This is when I go live. Okay, we'll pull that off so you guys can see the colors. So I've got light cerulean blue, muted turquoise. I'm gonna nab slate blue or slate gray. And then cool gray. Get a dark cool gray as well in case I just need to tone something down. Welcome to every shade of pencil I own. And then white for the eyes. The eyes are like super, super white. Like there is no, it's interesting because you look at the eyes and you see shape in them. But looking at them here, they're just straight white. It's the socket around it that's toned to make that shape. So work on that a little bit. It's 105. East Coast, West Coast, or East time zone, Central time zone. Yeah. I go live at noon. I bumped my power. There we go. Okay. I've got a cord mess down here right now. There we go. Getting things cleaned up here. There we go. Straighten up my desk. Northern Michigan, yeah. Tennessee. Okay. Let's get ready. I'm going to start on her arms and her legs, just so that I can have an easier spot to start as I'm figuring out exactly how the tone's going to go on this. Just giving myself a little bit of a safety zone. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to come in here. The dark shade, you're not going to see it a whole lot to start. It'll come in just a second. Okay. I did actually empty my pencil sharpener today, so exciting news there. I'm getting rid of the initial, like, I had not actually sharpened this one. It still had like that initial awful Prismacolor sharpener that allows you to like color with it straight out of the box, but it's like it's not the like best sharp to actually work with. Like it's this little nubbin. I think this guy's still, it's not quite, but it's close. And for the way I do, like the way I color, it's like the worst possible. Okay, now to go in, I use the cool gray over here, kind of show where the highlight's gonna be. Okay, now this light cerulean blue is also going to be like really, yeah, it's such a short, it's like, it's not the way I work at all. There we go. Oh, look at that. It just tones it so pretty. Oh, no. Still a little more blue than I wanted. It looked a little more gray. Noted. Already picking a song I don't want to listen to. Let's go to the next one. There we go. Stay a little peppier. Okay, it's a little, you can even zoom in a little bit more for you guys there. There we go. Okay, medium-sized brush for the game cell, not the biggest, not the smallest, in the medium. lid on my Gamsol. I'll show you the bottle, guys, just so you can see it real quick. This is right there, my little bottle. It's a 4.2 ounce bottle. I have all the products that I'm using linked if you want to look at them. If you do buy from them, it does help support the channel, but feel free to get them wherever you can find them. I just have them there so you can see what I'm using. I had a pretty good amount in there already to get started here. We have to lay back in her stitch marks, and I'm okay with that. You can kind of see them right there. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a really good start to their week. I know with this second hurricane, it's like, oh my goodness. I feel like we just finished this and here we are coming back. And it's not even affecting, I mean, I'm way far north of it. It's not coming here, but it's like, I find it funny that I have a family member lives up in northeastern Tennessee and, you know, getting away. Like, their house is fine, everything's cool, but it's fall break. They had already had a trip planned to Hilton Head, and they're down there. There's like a hurricane coming not far from there. It's like they just escaped the one. They left, just end up really close to another. That actually come all the way down to there? Looks like it might have. Oh well. Is that a little darker here now? Darker on this edge too. Just kind of bring it back in. Turquoise now on it. Have to kind of tone it a little bit. I'll take that white down from being so white. Even though it's technically gray, it looks really, really white, and it's kind of yelling. We don't want it to yell. Look at her leg. Look at that. I get a kitty on you. Lottie is enjoying a nice little snooze on my chair in here right now. I have a sweatshirt on the chair, and Shrubs has a hoodie on the chair as well, so she is very, very happy. I get that. Sometimes there are things that are more important, and getting those cuddles in is very important. I love my cuddles when my dog wants to come and cuddle. She's a good cuddler too. She's snoozing away. I need to give her a haircut, so we may be giving her a trim up this evening, or at least starting. It's a long process to get this little toy poodle a haircut. I'm kind of surprised at how simple that was, but I feel like it came to, like, these legs came together pretty well and pretty quick. So yeah, I got down and she heard a bug. Isn't it funny what gets their attention and what doesn't? Sometimes, like, things you think would be like so important to them, like, doesn't get their attention at all, and then other things, it's like, up here to her arms, and then this, and then I'll come back in and I'm gonna do the stitch marks. I probably should have taken a picture. I'm gonna take a quick picture of the stitch marks. Or actually, I've got the I can just look at the coloring sheet. I've got it up on my computer right now. That's easier. He's talking about Hurricane Katrina right now, and it had a 14-foot storm surge. So, wow. Hey, Shrubs! Oh, you're sitting in the room. Cool. I'm not listening to the sound. No worries. I'll wave to you. Hi. Hi. Dentist appointment today for one of our sons, so he is there with him. My cat only wants to cuddle and lay with me. Oh, I have to get to go work. Sounds exactly right. Okay, so Lottie does this thing every morning. Lottie, by the way, for those who don't know, is an 8-pound toy poodle. And every morning, without fail, she will come and, like, she can't jump into our bed because there's like a rail around the side. It's just a hair out of her jump zone, like height and stuff. So she'll come and she paws at the side of the bed to say, hey, I want to get in bed with you. And then she wants to get up in the bed and get under the covers. It's not a matter that she just wants to get in bed with you. She wants to get in bed and under the covers. So it makes it very hard then to get up and get ready and do anything at that point. So that is my dog every morning. There we go. There's that. And then the white. Or the technically cool gray 30%. I didn't even go, like, I thought going for 30% it wouldn't look so white. It's probably because there's no other color anywhere else right now. It looks so like bright white right now, like it's yelling. Like I was trying to like pick a more muted color. Let's tone this in. Gonna use light cerulean blue. Actually, I might have used the muted turquoise just in case. I'm gonna use the light cerulean, which is funny because if you look at the swatch chart that I have here, that's the light cerulean blue, and that makes me really feel like I used the wrong. I think I have those two backwards in these. Like I had them play in the thing wrong. Because Sky, I think yeah. That's what happens when you don't have your pencils in the right order when you swatch them. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's blend those puppies. It really tones in so that it's not so bright. That's gonna need a little more work. It's a little splotchy. You working it. That definitely needs a little more work here. She's a little messy right there, her skin tone. Let that dry for just a moment. Note, I have my white here. I am definitely not using white on this. White is the wrong choice for highlighting here. With the black paper, the tones, like sometimes white is right, if it actually is white in the thing. But a lot of times on black, it's actually all of your pastel shades that if you work with your pencils, you'll know which ones those are that are like basic, like toned whites, basically. Those are going to be the ones that you're going to want to grab for working on white. So just FYI there. Okay, next, slate gray, going to come back in here. I don't want to lose my shadows. That is with this. But I need to, it's a little splotchy, so I've got to work this just a little bit more. And tone this just again, just a little bit. The muted turquoise. I go a little bit of shadowing there for the dress. It will lighten up a lot once I hit it with the Gamsol, so I know it looks a hair dark compared to, oh my god, it's funny how much that looks so white. Can you see that? How white? Oh my god, it's the black paper. It really is not white. Once I do the white eyes, it will not look nearly as white. my pencil is being a little, like, I'm noticing, I think it's because my brush is, I've been using it so much more that my brush hit the ground running, so the pencil's moving a lot more, so that's why I'm using more of a stippling effect versus a brush effect on it, so that I can, because I noticed that my pencil's moving a lot, and I don't necessarily need it to move a lot, but that's one of the little fun tricks. Like if I need, and I've used that trick a whole lot, especially with white, if I need to move my white a little bit and get it really pretty and crisp along an edge, I can use my brush, like kind of pull it and push it over like that. And it's one of the fun things you can do with Gamsol with blending. I have a blending pencil. I don't know if I'm going to use it today. I have the blender pencils in the thing just because I do use them occasionally in small areas. Probably not going to be using them a whole lot today. This has bigger areas and a lot. That's kind of done with her arms for now. I'm not going to say it's done with her arms for good. It's done with her arms for now. Look at this. I'm going to change this song. It's called Spooked. It's like the perfect song, but I just don't feel it right now. This is called Elegy. So, Elegy. Or Elegy. So that should be pretty good. But the other one is like, it's supposed to be spooky, but I'm not feeling it. Okay. FaceTime. The face has a lot of shadowing. So that's what I'm getting ready for, especially to get her nose is pretty sharp. So let's look here. A nose line's gonna run typically sharp right about there typically into the eye ridge there. And this ridge is gonna come in. That's kind of the eye ridge. Okay, so that's kind of where the highlights are. Now I'm going to add in where the lowlights are. And this is, I'm using a really strong color right here. It's going to blend out, but I want to kind of create a pretty strong line just to start. So you see where I laid in that line pretty strong right there. starting to get some shape in that face. Let's tone this a little bit with the muted turquoise. Hey Madonia, how you doing today? Doing pretty well here today. It is a sunny day. I'm getting to color a fun picture. Can't complain. There we go. Starting to get that face. She looks a little like odd right now. She looks like it's a little mean. Let's blend out that skin. Yeah, they're coming together. The blending is going really well, of course, because there's no other color here yet. Her skin tone is yelling a little bit, I feel like. It's a little loud. Alright guys, coming. Yeah, it's one of those, it does come together. It's just like right now, it's like, ah! So, it's a lot. Right there, a little more highlight, blend her in. There we go. Onto art time. That's wonderful and tiring at the same time. That is a long time in class. I mean, it could have been an 8-hour max class, right? There we go. Hey, Mark, I remember you forgot to get, I remember you from the other day. Coming in here, we're working on Sally now. Jack is finished. Welcome in. Okay. Finish your Winnie the Pooh! Yay! How did Winnie turn out? You're spooky Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Yeah, it's good though, Tora. And Tora finished. Oh, I started sewing. Oh. It'll be... Okay, that... I don't know if the camera's picking this up. In person, just adding that bit of white right there just like changed everything on her tone, because she is that white thing. Look at that, her white eye, like that white really just woke that up. I do have, okay, I'm going to kind of show you guys a couple of things. There is what all I've got here for the month planned, because I went through and got these done. You guys can get to see while I'm waiting. Here, I will say, let me hit her eyes real quick. I'm glad you were able to get that done. She looks a little freaky right now without her pupils, but we'll put the pupils back in. There we go. You can see her eyes coming in there. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, there's Lock, Shock, and Barrel on here. I have, zoom out too, the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. I got them. Oh, that's it too, the same one. Hold on. There we are. There they go. The Sanderson sisters. All here. I've got them. I've got Dana and Zool. I'm so tired. Gotta study. As well as the cartoon Ghostbusters right there for fun. A Beetlejuice, Coraline, and Corpse Bride. So I have a feeling that Sally's color will help a lot with Corpse Bride, getting that one ready. But those are the ones I have for the rest of the month here, ready to go. It's a lot. They won't all be on stream. I have to decide which ones will go on stream, which one I'll just do in shorts reveals. But lots of fun there. Okay, those eyes are bright. They are bright on her. So, I may tone them just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit of gray on top of them. There we go. Beetlejuice, I know. I'm looking forward to doing Beetlejuice. That's gonna be Beetlejuice is the next stream. That one. I'll be doing that one for sure stream. I'll be doing Corpse Bride for sure stream. I don't know if I'll do all 3 Sanderson sisters. But yeah, so those are the ones coming. And it's the linked site, guys. I did not draw these. I have no affiliation. I am getting no kickback whatsoever. Nothing from this site other than I found coloring pages there and I am using them. That is what it is. So it's linked there if you guys want to grab them and color along too. Please, I would love to know that you are coloring along with me. And these are literally just printed on black construction paper. I find that allows me to see my lines really well. So yeah. Oh, you're gonna be watching Frankenstein. That's a good one too. So we were thinking about Frankenweenie as well as a possible. So let me know if you're interested in Frankenweenie. We can see what we can find. So that is the plan as of right now. So I think she is looking gorgeous. If you guys, also something to look up. It is not an official recording. These are fan recordings that they did of a night at the Hollywood Bowl where they sang the songs, and Billie Eilish sang Sally's songs. It was before Paul Rubens passed away, so he was still there with Lockstock, as one of the Lockstock and Barrel characters, and like they went through the songs with the orchestra and everything, and it was such a fun watch. I recommend it completely. It's a fun evening to just watch them come out and do all the songs, and so but yeah. Okay, let's see here. Next colors. Let's do her lips. Her lips are bright red. I can do bright red easy. That's fast. We can add that in. I will pull. We'll just do Crimson and Crimson Lake. Those are 2 right there. If I need to pull a highlight on this, I will. I doubt I will. They're tiny. Not really worth. I don't even know if I can run because of how. There we go. Hey, Jordy, welcome in. She's a little pouty lip right here. I need to bring in this just a little bit here. Okay, this music is not what I want right now. We'll go for a walk through the park. There we go. That works. She's got bright red lips now. If you click the link, you can print your own. There's like 8 or 9 to choose from. I picked my 4. Again, they're free. Just need a printer. So there's some with Jack and Sally, which I thought were fun, but it's like I chose to do the individual characters. So yeah, I'm not getting paid by this Monday Mandalas. I keep calling it Miss Mondays. Oh, you don't have a printer. That does make it a little hard to print a page if you don't have a printer. I will concede that. So let's go in now. Time for her neck. A nice stronger shadow right there. And now to tone this. Muted turquoise. Sounds like that. Okay, I have also done things where I have honestly traced off my iPad. There we go. It's got her neck ready. Add a little more pencil to my brush. We want Sally to be pretty. We don't want her to be splotchy. Trying to smooth it. It's just not. It's funny how sometimes it will smooth so easily, and then other times, like. Let that set for a second, and then I will smooth her out. Sally's skin will be done. Well, I do still have to add in the stitch marks, which I'm gonna grab my black for that. I think I want true black to come back in with it. So. That is my plan right now. I used to draw Disney characters. Oh, it's been a while. I wasn't horrible at it. I don't get relaxed drawing. I get stressed drawing, so that's why I just color. I have made the choice that, like, let's skip to the fun part for me. Personally. I'm letting that neck dry. The stream is watching paint dry again. So. I think she's looking pretty good so far. Okay, a little bit more in here. This is the light cerulean, and then a little bit of. There you go. There we go. Look at that. I think she's looking great. There we go. I think I want to smooth her face just a little bit more. I'm going to pop a little more highlight in there to do that. I feel like she's a little off-toned from the rest. Just to kind of help just get her look similar to the other. Add a little more blue. Kind of soften her up a little bit too with this. There we go. There's Sally. Now let me grab my black, make sure it's got a good tip on it. I'm happy with her tone. If I wasn't happy with her tone, I wouldn't do this yet, just because I'd have to come back and do it again. But it is time to lay in her stitch marks. Her eyebrows, the little stitch marks, and then there's a line through here. Okay. And her mouth. Okay. There's those. Now let's add in across the neck here. Sharpen a little more. Okay, down the middle. I'm not happy with that line. That's gotten a little fat. Watch this. We're going to use the fact that the white's a little gooey in our favor here. This pale shade. I can honestly shrink that line. Using my gam saw, I will make that line smaller. Gonna flip her upside down so I can get the other side of that line. I'm right-handed. Let that dry, then I'll add a little more color in and that will fix that line because it was still a little wide. Get a nice, really sharp point on that pencil, on that black. There's that. Now let's go back to this side. There we go. In just a second. Oh, sorry, I was off camera. I'm gonna need to let that really sit. Actually, no, I don't, because that'll actually work in my favor. So I'll make this flow. Okay. Look at that. I'm using the it to my favor here. Okay, a little bit right here. Now I'm gonna come in with that one over here. Okay, there's that arm. Now the legs. This leg. Oh, no worries. Wrapping up. Good. Shrubs will be home for a minute. There we go. Okay, so let's zoom out and kind of see where we are with her. Adding in her stitch marks, I think, helped a ton for helping her to just kind of really make sense and come alive. I'm going to add in a little more definition up here at the eye. I don't want it to look like she has mascara on, but I wanted to kind of make sure my white was a little more the line between the white and the gray was a little more defined there. I think that's got us looking pretty good. There we go. Okay, now I got to figure out the next colors. I'm going to take a break for just a minute. We got to do her hair. I pulled this shade out. This is pumpkin orange. I figured that was a pretty good spot to start. But her hair is kind of a reddish brown. Hey, K Art, thank you. Thank you for the subscribe too. Welcome. She is coming together really, really well. Quick break for just a second. then it is hair time. She will be getting some lovely hair. Then from the hair to the dress. So I figured that was a good order of operations for today. So that is, the goal is to get her looking awesome and then background tomorrow. So anyway, I will be right back. Drink acquired, as well as pencils. Okay, here is what I've got. Pick pumpkin orange, Tuscan red, black raspberry, and burnt ochre. So I've got a couple of shadows, a couple of lights. Her hair is pretty monotone. It is in a little bit of stranded, just a little bit. So that means that you lay in kind of a base and then you come over it. After I blend it, then I'll come back in and add in stranding. I don't think I'm going to need to get my very thins out. I might. We may do this the right way and actually use very thins. I haven't decided 100%. It's available if I want it. It's always nice to know those things are available. But anyway, let's get back to work. I'm gonna start with a burnt ochre up here for her. Lots of fun here with the hair. Where did my brush go? It fell on the floor. Like I'm looking all over, it's like I don't see it. I saw a funny short the other day. It was like your art supply, like you set it down and you turn and it's gone. It's like, where did you just go? I know I just put the shade in and I don't really have anything for it to blend. I want it to go. I just want it to kind of melt into the back. So make it a really good solid base. Which is what I want right now, is just to kind of get in and started. And I can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. I have to decide black raspberry or Tuscan red for the underside. Let's look. Okay. There's Tuscan red. Oh, there's black raspberry. I think I'll go with the black raspberry. Hair's gonna look really two-tone right now. Like she got the worst low light job ever. Almost a split dye. Like 2 shades, like, you did not match those shades well. Yeah, just wanting to smooth out this first coat, make it a really good base. If all goes well, I can just go straight to stranding on top of this base, which is kind of what I'm hoping. Kind of see how this lays. Okay, there is the start of hair. Okay, next. Okay, we're gonna start stranding. I'm creating a nice sharp pencil. I'm starting with the Tuscan red. I'm going to come back in. I get super sharp pencils here. I'm going to come in back with this black raspberry. And just strand it in. And then I'm going to pull in a super sharp pencil. Sharpen it even more. The burnt ochre. we go. Now, start with the Tuscan red up here. Okay, again, the lowest color first. Okay, now I'm going to come in with the mid-tone. And then the light tone with this pumpkin orange. Okay, so that's got some basic hair put in. I want to kind of give just a teeny bit of a highlight. I'm going to use, I'm looking at my oranges. I think cadmium orange is my best choice right here. Just to kind of add in a little bit there. There we go. Just a little bit right there. There we go. Just add a little bit in up there. I'm going to dot it to kind of soften it, because all the lighting in Nightmare Before Christmas is really, really, really subtle. So there we go. Look at that. Just got a little bit of highlight up there. There's her beautiful hair. All in. Okay, we're ready for the dress. Thinking about the dress. I know I picked a couple of them a minute ago. I nabbed this pink, but this is the wrong pink. I did it for the thumbnail. It is way more of a muted orangey pink. I don't even know if I have that right. Kind of like clay rose and blush pink together right there. The bright yellow, canary yellow, but I'm going to pull in some Spanish orange right there as well. Okay, and then the putty color is the one that's a little bit weird. It's like a gray putty. Leaning a little green. Maybe like sandbar brown, maybe? Let's look. That's sandbar brown. That's pretty close. It's like that. Maybe a little bit of green ochre in there. Okay, so there's those guys. And then there is a bright green in there as well. Let's see, the brighter green still not super bright, but it's kind of a peacock and dark green. So those guys. I think these will do it. I may have to pull others to kind of tone, but very uninteresting dress right there. I'm gonna nab nectar as well. I think this part right here is more nectar-y, looking at it as a second time. So there's that. When they recreate her dress, they make it so bright, I've noticed. And in the movie, it's very muted. All the colors are actually way more muted in the movie than they are in like the costumes and things like that. So makes for an interesting choice of with you go with how it was lit and how it looks, or do you just go with how the actual piece looked or was created? Like I have a feeling that her actual costume or the puppet's outfit looked more like the bright colors that you see in stores and things recreating her costume, but the way it looks in the movie is different. It's a tough call. Oh, we've also got a beige. I'll pull that one in a minute. Okay, so let's kind of, oh, there's like a yellow ochre in there. Okay, I need more colors. Just a second. Yellow ochre, and then light beige. We'll go with putty beige. I may need to tone it with peach beige. I've got some other browns that I can use to darken it up out here already. There we go. Okay. Let's get moving. Okay, so the first yellow is their sleeve right here. There is a first coat. It's not super exciting, but it's a first coat. Get my brush. This will probably melt quite a bit. There wasn't a lot of white in these colors. See that right there, the way the ones that have the white, you'll notice, like especially when we were doing the gray down there, because there's a lot of white in that, it just melted and was right there first coat. Like it was touch up after that. These yellows don't necessarily have the white in them, and you can see they just kind of go, so they take quite a few coats to kind of get it there. It will layer and it'll look great. It's just knowing your medium that it's going to take a little bit longer. So okay, let's add some yellow back in. charging his phone. I think that the stripe, I'm gonna say that it is like the black cherry that I've already got out, or black raspberry. So I'm gonna add in the stripes of the black raspberry on this. Just a second, I still want to yellow it up a little bit more. Letting that sit for a moment. Kind of adding a little bit of not a lot of dimension on this. Use this to be mine. Stripe for her little bit there. I'm trying to think what I can throw on that to just give it a teeny bit of dimension. Maybe use this. Debating for getting a little bit of dimension on this. Flat. Define that in a little bit now as I go in. We're gonna do that pink area. Now this pink is a little paler pink than what's at the bottom. Oh, I'm coming back in. Oh, doing fine. Just figuring this little bit out and how I want to approach it. With the prints on the dress, it's like adding in little bits, looking right. Trying to get some dimension in these. Okay, I'm gonna pull in this blush pink here to kind of. What do I have here? Okay, I'm gonna get that started. It's gonna be a dotting to help do that because I don't want to lose the lines if I just come in and I go get stippling. If I go brush, 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 I'm gonna lose the lines. So it's stippling. Okay, getting that started. I need to tone it a little more pink. It's a hair light, so I'm gonna pull out another pink. This is gonna feel like a lot of pink, but we're going straight in with just pink. And I have nectar. Where are you? There's the nectar. Nectar will work too pretty well. I think I want pink too. I'm gonna add a teeny bit of Tuscan red. Oh no. Burnt ochre. There we are. Look at that. She's getting some shape. I want it to kind of cover the lines now a little. I'm going to come in with the Tuscan red and do those lines. So I kind of want it to blur them a little bit. I didn't want it to blur them at the beginning because I didn't want to lose them. There we go. Okay. Where are you, Tuscan red? There you are. There we go. There is that. She's got the pink top. This side is yellow. It's more of a yellow ochre. So time to add in some yellow. Lelo Minopi. I'm going to start with just a plain yellow. Actually, no, we're not going to use white. We're going to use the peach beige. Just to kind of give it a little bit, especially along that center bit there. Okay. There we go. Getting that yellow in. Okay, gonna come in and just kind of add in a little more shadow here. There we go. It's got that yellow section done. Little toning in there. The next section is this section right here, and it's got like these little charcoal black, which is kind of fun. I've already got my cool gray out here, so we can use it. The dots are like charcoal black, and then this is like putty right here. So this is gonna be a fun little thing. Thank you, Jordy. I think it's coming out pretty well so far. No, her sleevey right there. This one's a fun. This is like some of the brightest color actually in her dress. Right here, it is peacock green in there. We don't want to lose the fun pop of color right there. I'm going to add in the dark green to kind of a little bit right here. What can I do? I wonder if green ochre might act like a little bit of a... No, you won't. Seeing which one might act as a teeny bit of a... Just to kind of help lighten that just a teeny bit. There we go. Our fun little green sleeve there. Green sleeves. That's all I know with that song. Now we can do this part. This is really, really simple. This is just basically beige. Right here. So I'm going to start with my sandbar brown for this. That started. I'm going to add a little bit with the peach beige here just to kind of... Okay, and I need a little bit darker shade, so I'm going to pull in my green ochre on this. Sharpening it up. It's still in its original sharpening. I'm using so many colors I've never used as part of my set, other than to pretty much swatch them. Okay, let's go ahead and kind of brush this in. I'm going to peach this up just a teeny bit. Where are you, peach beige? Putty beige. Here's the peach beige. Maybe then I do need nectar, so I call that. Blend this up just a little bit. Yeah, that's looking like a little closer to the color. Now it's kind of like a gray black. I'm gonna put a little bit of this. I'm actually gonna go nab. My 70%. This is actually black here. Got the wrong one. This is the 90%. There, look at that. Her little dots. I think I'm going to tone them just a teeny bit green. They look a teeny bit green. I'm excited to get my minds off of hurricanes at some point. My mind off of hurricanes. But unfortunately, that's not today or tomorrow. Okay. Now when I add this, there we go. Okay, this section is that kind of boring putty green. Most of it is green ochre, and sandbar brown is what I have for this area. Just kind of start putting that in. need a darker brown. I don't have a good darker brown here for the edge to kind of shadow it in. Let's nab that really, really quick. I think I'm gonna go with sepia. It's kind of got a slightly green tint to it. It'll allow me to work with that a little bit there. I need to tone it just a teeny bit green. I'm just gonna tone here. This is like the slightest bit of color that I'm laying down right there, by the way, for the tone. I don't lay down a lot of color in that. It'll come out when I do the blend. Just in case you're wondering, I'm okay. Okay, I feel like I need to tone that just a teeny bit more. It's such a boring brown gray color right here. I'm gonna use the gray. We're gonna use the teeniest bit. Where did you go? Where did you go? I had a light gray out at one point, didn't I? Or was I just imagining that light gray earlier? I may have been imagining it. I'm checking my floor to make sure it didn't roll off. Lighten that up just a teeny bit. I'm gonna smooth that out just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, look at this bottom part here. This is light pink. This is striped. These all are pink here. So we're going back into the pinks. I need to take a quick break. I will be back in just a minute. I'm back. I'm back. Let's get going again here. After that little break for just a moment. We have 3 more sections to go. And I'll probably do her shoes too. She needs some shoes. So I'm looking here. I'm liking Nectar for kind of the base. I'm probably just going to go right over this rather than trying to save that pattern, and I'll come back in and put the pattern back on. See what color to add in a little bit. We'll use this sepia. I think my sepia is going to be my friend right here. Kind of a good all around for this. It's a good all around deepening color. The Tuscan red's going to be a little too red. Putting that on as much as it's like, ooh, that's a good dark red. With that shade underneath of it, it would honestly be about the same as me putting like Scarlet Lake on it. It would come out and be like, I'm really red. That just made a mess. First coat. It will look better in just a moment. I've got the clay rose here as well. So here's clay rose that I'm using. I'm also using Nectar, which, just to give you an idea, where is Nectar? Nectar's right there. See this, as much as that you would think looking at these, that this would be a darker shade, it's actually going to act like a highlight here. So do this in the areas you want to be a little brighter, and then these where you want it a little darker. And then the sepia will come in. hair darker. This is one of those weird spots. I'm trying to decide how to do that. Chestnut could do it. Let's pull Chestnut. This is a little too bright, so we're going to tone it down just a little bit with Chestnut here. Blend that in a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's a lot better of a color. There we go. That's got it. Now we gotta do stripes. These are a little pinker. So I am gonna pull out my actual pink for these. The stripes aren't lining up exactly with how her stuff goes here. I'm just putting in a quick base coat here to lay in which color goes where. So there is the first coat. Now, I need to make this a little bit more gray and dingy. I'm going to do that. A little bit of nectar. Teeny bit of the sandbar brown. Using this as a tone like I did the last time, so it's like the littlest bit of pressure here. When it blends in, you'll be able to see it. You can't see it right now. It's in there though. So let's go ahead and do the first blending. Okay, first coat in. Let that set for just a second. What's gonna be fun is when I have to do this patch. This part is really similar to this color. This color is a little lighter on the patch. So the stripe is one shade and the patch is different, but they're like right on top of each other. So okay, I think that's given it enough time. Come back in with the pink.
Likely going to have more of a flash flooding problem in this kind of situation. So just keep that in mind. It's going to come down fast. It's going to come down fast.
Need to darken this just that still. Best way to do that. More chestnut.
So if you are in Miami, if you are in the east coast of Florida, anywhere from Palm Beach, anywhere from Melbourne, all the way down there, you can see that they predict this tomorrow morning. And even as I'd say that's the furthest north we can go. Will depend on the path where that will tell us where the area is to be. If you're concerned about that, then we should tomorrow for tornado trouble as well. We do plenty of coverage looking radar the entire time while we
really needs to darken up. Okay, Ryan Hall just went blank. That's weird. There we go. He's back. Try and get this cleaned.
And speaking of Tampa, it's very likely that the people of Tampa are going to be watching every level of the storm carefully on a more southern track.
There we go. That's got them to where you can tell that's a darker shade than that. That's what I was just trying to get. Was trying to get it to look a little darker. Now I've got to do these putty shades. They're very much like a putty gray. Kind of like the green ochre. Normally would be like, just use putty beige. Well, putty beige on this turns out really white. So I'm going to start off. Actually, I'm going to go in first with the green ochre. Kind of lay that in first.
Some of the latest models that are coming in are showing us more of a southerly trajectory to the storm's path. This, the satellite also shows that the next branch of those recent models has taken us to a little bit farther to the south, I guess. Now,
I'm looking at this and feeling like it might need a little slate gray. In here with some slate gray. Sepia up here. Bring that down a little bit. Not the sandbar brown. Where'd you go, sandbar brown? my mic low? Or I think it was below my chin. That's part of the problem. I accidentally bumped it down. I'm gonna add a little bit of slate gray in here too. Help tone it. That's a little bit closer to the shade. Just got an Etsy sale. Amy ordered 2 items. Thank you, Amy. Okay, I have the shade right. It's just a little too light, so I need to bring it down. So I'm gonna have to add probably some of this cool gray in, kind of make it not quite as bright. It's doing pretty good.
But yeah, we're monitoring the traffic, and it keeps getting worse, which is, it's good and bad, right? It's good because people are taking it seriously. We're seeing a lot of that people actually evacuating. It's bad because if you wait this long to evacuate, it's a lot harder to do so. The traffic's not at all, really, in Collier County there. It's not moving much at all. Monaco area either, so we're gonna keep an eye on this.
There we go. Just finished my drink. Now to do the patch, and then this is just pink. It's just gonna be light pink. It's actually got polka dots. I'll add the polka dots after, just like I'll add the check pattern back on that as well. The patch is pretty much what I just did, but a little lighter, so I'm gonna make it a little more tone to that. So I'm gonna start with the sandbar brown. And some slate gray. Those are about the 2 shades it is. Like, it's an interesting color combination. I will say that, to use sandbar brown and slate gray together. I'm gonna need to lighten it up just a little bit. You can See there, it's pretty much the same color that I just worked on forever. Needs to be just a hair lighter. So I'll lighten that up. I'm looking at my color side what I'm going to lighten it up with. Lighten it up. There we go. The patch is a little lighter. I feel like it needs to go a hair lighter too still. Just a little bit more. And a little bit of this and a little bit more of the sandbar brown on that. And that should have it there. There we go. That's definitely two different shades. Okay. And now just a really nice soft pink. It is lighter than this one. So gonna start. Nectar and Clay Rose are gonna be our friend right here. I'm gonna use a lot of Clay Rose on this. Bring it just a little paler here with the peach beige. Nectar right now. There is that. That is a much softer pink. I need to add a little bit of shadow to it. Thinking. I'm looking at my color choices here. I'm gonna use the chestnut to do that. Darken it on this edge here. A little bit of sepia over here. Kind of blend this in a little bit here. There we go. There we are. Let's zoom out and look at our Sally here. Look at her. Yeah, she's so cute. She is looking great. I'm really, really happy with Sally. I think Sally and Jack will be very, very happy together here. I still have her shoes. Her shoes are black. So I've need to get there. I gotta get something to do black well. Okay, here we are. We can get a good highlight in there now. I've got some good cool grays to pull this off. These shoes are teeny tiny, and it's like her are like cream. Let's see. Let's get a good cream here. Got it right here. Eggshell is what I'm going to use. I'm not using cream. It's a little too white. So eggshell it is. Here we are. Let's go. I'm pulling it down. I need to leave. I had already placed it. Here we are. Okay, and this, it's gonna look a little uninteresting. The black. This is gonna be a fun little, because I just covered it up and it'll pop back out. Ready? There we go. Some fun little color in there. Now let's look at, so the black shoes aren't totally flat. Now for her cream. Okay, first coat there. We'll do one more coat of her little socks. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this because those socks are like a little bit striped, so we'll add in a couple stripes. There we go. She's got little striped socks on. Let's go ahead and we'll go back up here and I will add in these lines as they need to get added in. There we go, there's that. Just adding in lines here. Okay, this is gonna bore me. Next. Sunshine Samba. Pull up. Okay, so this has some stitch marks here. go. There's that. Just add in some polka dots here. Okay.
I'll have to find something. I'll find that tweet.
There's that. Okay, there are. I'm gonna add back in the stripes here. There we go. Adding in all of these seams. It's like the seams help so much. I think that's got all of my stitch. Oh, there's stitch marks here. I think that's got all my stitch marks. Yes, there we go. Let's zoom on out now. There she is. Right there. There is Sally. Done for today. Work on the background tomorrow. Give her a place where to be, because right now she's just floating out in the middle of nowhere. But that has it. Yay! So, but yep, as I said, that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow at noon to work on the background on this and getting that all placed in. It'll go pretty fast. Like all of the dirt, all of the sky is like, it's all really fast. You'll see once we get there tomorrow, it'll go really, really fast. So anyway, this has been a blast to get to do. She is turning out beautifully. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, bye.